But
it controls like Ash.
it does, and let's go ahead and discuss the characters we get. Of course, no Sonic game without Sonic.
We got a new Sonic game, but we can't play Sonic though.
Play Shadow the Hedgehog if you want to do that. But anyways, you got Sonic, and you got Shadow. That's not too bad. But let's throw in another person who kind of makes me want to tear my hair out.
Well, let's see. Let's take Sonic. Let's give him eyeliner. Let's remove all of his spikes on the back of his head except for 2. Let's give him gay boots. We'll give him telekinetic powers, and we'll stick a marijuana leaf on his head. And we'll call him Silver.
Silver the Hedgehog.
Silver the Hedgehog. Who is from the future.
The whole going to find the Iblis Twigger.
Yeah, basically.
No matter what the cost, I will save the future.
Basically, Silver's story is well, there's also another character in the game I forgot to mention, Mephiles. I guess that's the main villain of this game, Mephiles and Eggman.
Right. Oh, and Eggman.
Oh, you got
the look his model for that game. Oh my god.
Yeah, they redesigned Eggman to make him look more.
Mr. Golden Nipples are right there.
They took all of his fat, half of his fat from his upper body and put it down to his legs.
Right. They really stretched him out for that, and because he looked more human.
He looks gross. He just looks gross.
Yeah, he looks gross. I prefer, the short egg model.
Yeah, he looks like just a big glob of muscle and fat. But, anyways, what I was talking about was, Silver's story. Mephiles, I guess it's kind of like Knuckles in a way, like Knuckles and Eggman in Sonic 3. But, Mephiles, tricks Silver into thinking that Sonic is the one who fucked up his future. Or that he's gonna bring, disaster to this time period. So basically, Silver's story consists of him going back in the past, trying to find Sonic so he can kill him so that his future can be saved. Which...
You can't win!
You can't win! And, he eventually finds out the truth, and then finds that Mephiles is the one that's going to do that. But, Silver... His gameplay, I guess let's just talk about the gameplay from Sonic, I guess.
Right.
Sonic, the gameplay is...
Sonic still dealt with speed, but there were certain levels where we introduced Mach speed sections, which were, oh my god, I'm hitting this and I'm dead.
Yeah. Basically, the main Sonic stages, they're like Sonic Adventure, except they're bad.
Really bad.
Yeah, they're just... It's like... Sonic 06 was like an imitation of what Sonic Adventure is, I guess. But the Mach Speed sections are... If you've played Sonic Unleashed, and we'll get to that, it's basically you're just going forward really, really fast, and with really bad controls. And basically, if you hit anything, or if you clip anything, you're just gonna lose rings. But if you smash into anything, you're just dead.
Yeah, it's over. Pretty much, you want to press. For me, try to press A 5 seconds before you're going to end up having to jump over something or something like that.
Yeah, and
because you can't. It's hard to control.
It is very hard to control, much like the entire game.
And you know how many times I've seen a game over screen because of those things.
I know. And, Shadow's gameplay is just like it was in his own game. Well, not just because it's worse.
There's no guns, but, he fights.
In a sense there are, because there's guns on the vehicles.
Oh, yeah, there is guns.
There's,
but,
he doesn't, there's no handguns.
Right. But, I think out of everyone's, I can control Shadow better than Sonic or Silver.
Yeah, I say Shadow has the best story.
Yeah, Shadow's story, it's like his story is very different compared to Sonic and Silver's.
It's the most involved, really, in it. Like, I guess, yeah, he's the most really involved in the entire game because Sonic is just rescuing.
Like, at this point with Shadow, like, he knows who he is, but he now works with Gun or whatever, so.
Or GUN, as they call it in this game.
So it's kind of ironic in a way, if you think about it.
Yeah, because they're the ones that were trying to, kill him at first, and now
But now he's working with them. But he's like Shadow is more of a government agent in a way.
Yeah, much like Rouge.
Yeah, much like Rouge.
But I don't know. Shadow's his gameplay is still terrible. Everybody's gameplay is terrible, but Shadow's is better, I guess. It's still bad, still terrible, but it's less terrible.
Well, anyways, like what I was saying was, so we covered Sonic and Shadow. Silver, I find him to be really slow, really, really hard to use.
'Cause he was.
And the whole levitation thing wasn't very good either.
I will admit, I think the telekinesis aspect of his gameplay is actually really interesting because I love like picking up like tons of shit and just shooting it all over the place. I think that is so fun to do.
Right, that was fun, like picking up like boxes and things like that.
Other than that, it's just I didn't care for it. Other than that, that's probably the only good part of his gameplay. He's really slow. It's obnoxious.
He is. And let's see here. And where did this game take place, Kyle?
This game took place in a city called Soleana, which was based off of Venice. In wherever.
Right. And
the city of water.
Who was Sonic's girlfriend in this game?
I wouldn't say girlfriend, but
Oh
God. The human he's rescuing in this is Princess Elise.
Human girl.
It's Princess Elise, the Princess of Soleana.
Oh, fuck
which,
her.
For some reason, finds an attraction to a blue 4-foot hedgehog.
That's 15 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep on talking.
But, I don't really know why they chose this design choice. I mean, a lot of people joke about it being bestiality, and I agree that it is bestiality, because I don't know what the hell they were thinking, putting an animal. They've had this idea once before, because at the very beginning of the franchise, Sonic was actually supposed to have a girlfriend named Madonna, which was also a human. And, of course, that was a little too weird for the American public, so they scrapped that idea, but for some reason brought it back in 2006, and it was apparently okay. But, and now I'll let David talk. Talk, David.
But, what were you talking about?
I was talking about how, how Sonic, at the beginning of the franchise, they've had this idea before of putting a human and a hedgehog together in a relationship. How they had, Madonna for his girlfriend at the beginning. And how they
sounds gross.
How they scrapped that's for babies. But like apparently they scrapped the idea at the beginning because they thought it was too weird, but apparently 15 years later it's apparently less weird.
Right. Well, there did you mention about what's odd about Elise? What was the one thing she couldn't do?
Yeah. Basically, when Elise she was about 5 at the time, I think. Her father was working on this experiment, like the Solaris project, and one of the parts of the Solaris project was something called Iblis, which was like a spirit fire demon that went out of control. So, in order to keep it under control, he put it inside of his little daughter.
I know, his own little
His
girl.
own little girl, when he was dying anyways. I don't know why her father didn't just put it inside of him, since he was dying, and the spirit would die along with him. But, he decided to put it inside of his little daughter, and it's not very believable that, a 5-year-old girl, once she finds out that her father dies, because she can't cry. If she cries, then the spirit will be released.
All hell breaks
Then all
loose.
hell breaks loose, literally. Fire everywhere. Destroys the place. But then, you think that she would cry once, finding out that her father dies. Of course, you don't see her, finding out that her father dies. But, it's just not very believable, because that's just what a little girl would do when she would find that out, She's 5 years old. She can't hold up to that kind of responsibility.
Right.
But then later in the game, when Sonic dies, for the moment, she cries for some reason. A Hedgehog, who she's only known for, like, a week or so. Not even a week, maybe 3 days. It's kind of redonkulous.
Yeah, and, she cries. Iblis comes out. Mephiles is back there laughing.
And then Mephiles...
Pretty nice laugh, too.
Oh, yeah, Dan Green,
Yeah.
everything.
And
And then Mephiles and Solaris, they become Iblis once more, and they destroy the time-space continuum.
Right, and then everything feels like a bad acid trip.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool, though. Although the
Right.
idea is cool of the last part of the game. But,
And, see, because you're going around as, everyone else looking for the Chaos Emeralds, while everything is like blank holes of doom are opening up around you, and if you get sucked in, it's bad.
yeah, and I think that would have been really cool if they did that in Generations. Like, you would go through all the levels that you already went through. Like, you would go through, like, Green Hill Zone, but it would have, like, a really dark vibe to it. The sky would be all crazy or whatnot. And have, like, a really dark remix of Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant and so on.